Welcome to the completely unedited and completely no cuts whatsoever interview between a woke college student and a ideologue conservative.
Okay. Welcome to this great debate of political things, of which this great radical leftist, who I personally disagree with, is here to ask me a few questions. Me acting as a conservative.
Now, I do have quite a few questions for you. I have got at least 11 now.
Wow.
I'm gonna actually say there's 10, but there's a 1.5 question.
Okay.
I'm writing down the last one right now. One moment. Perfect. So.
Yeah.
First question. Is the Trump administration doing well, do you think, in this current moment?
The Trump administration is doing everything in their power to fulfill their full promises, their wholehearted promises that they made upon the campaign trail, of which they were fully elected via the Electoral College and the popular vote of the United States of America.
I feel like you just answered the question with like really long words, but you didn't actually answer anything. You just said what happened. But you didn't say how they're good. Or how what they've done that is good.
They are fulfilling their promises. They have passed the great big beautiful bill through Congress, signed it, and they are fulfilling their promise on mass deportations now. They are making the economy better by the day, and eliminating woke Joe Biden era policies.
About those mass deportations, do you
Yes.
think that we are overusing ICE? Do you think that we are overextending what they're allowed to do?
We are not overextending what they are allowed to do, because during both the Obama and Clinton administrations, there were more mass deportations on a wider scale.
Whoa. Why are we talking about the previous? I'm not talking about the previous administration. I'm talking about the Trump administration.
Focusing on history and seeing how it affects modern day is important in comparing both.
But you're using the one comparison just to say that it's not you're not doing government overreach, but yet it doesn't matter. It just matters whether it's overreach or it's not. You know what I'm saying?
It matters because historically there were practically no protests during the Obama administration when he was deporting all of those illegal immigrants. But suddenly, now that the Trump administration's doing it, suddenly the Gestapo's back.
Okay, buddy. All right. What are your views on gun rights? Speaking of, we weren't even speaking of it, but it's fine.
Gun rights are a key right to the United States of America. And according to the Second Amendment of the United States, everyone is allowed to own a gun.
Do you think every American should own an AR-15?
Government overreach is a very bad thing that could possibly happen in the future. No matter the type of... because the certain party affiliations of which may take power may start government overreach and attacks starting to kill American civilians. We need something to defend ourselves with.
Do you think that if we had similar gun laws to that of Great Britain or maybe even Switzerland, do you think that America would go into rubble?
Possibly, because Great Britain has constant mass stabbings, and without those mass stabbings, self-defense is practically null and void.
Yes. You know, the great mass stabbings comparable to, Columbine, right?
You are comparing events that have happened in the United States to those events that happened in another country with different gun rates, with a different political system.
Where are you seeing mass stabbings?
There are you denying basic fact on the mass stabbings in England?
I just haven't seen it.
Okay.
Okay. Do those happen?
Let's.
I actually am unaware of this.
Let's do some fact checking.
I'm sure that stabbings happen in Britain, but I'm not sure about en masse. You know, I never thought that it was happening en masse.
Stabbings in the UK. First result. Yes, mass stabbings occur in the UK. Although they are rare. Oh, rare compared to single victim knife offenses. Oh, okay, so list of mass stabbings in the.
Okay, so I'm sure it's happened. Okay, my bad. Okay. I'm okay. They happen. I just haven't heard of them.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for correcting me on that one. All right. I All right. Was America born on guns and whiskey?
America was born on guns and whiskey. And if you deny any basic fact that America wasn't born on guns and whiskey, you are a woke, radical leftist redcoat foreigner who hates America.
Should we invade Iraq right now?
No, we should not invade Iraq. We are having too much success invading the radical Islamic Republic of Iran.
Right. Okay. So, and are there any similarities between those two?
There are some similarities, but focusing our entire military force on continuing the success in the nation of Iran until we have achieved all possible goals is fairly important.
Don't you think it's not smart to start a war with Iran?
Starting every president since who is it? Clinton has said that Iran is a problem and that needs to be stopped. The first administration that is doing it right now currently is the Donald J. Trump administration.
Okay, so it goes. Do you ever stick to the stuff? I was gonna say this in case you were gonna not stick to the subject. I guess this question doesn't. You're actually doing pretty good at sticking to the subject, so I'm not gonna ask that question. I was gonna ask, do you ever stick to the subject? But you do stick to the subject. I'm sorry I prepared that question. My bad.
Preparing a false question that is fairly insulting to my way of debating this entire situation here.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
This is an attack on me,
Mr. Sir.
I did not on press.
Mr. Sir, I did not mean to insult you with such a question.
Fake news.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I was.
If you were listening to this on the Luigi MSS, this guy is preparing woke false questions on something that is not even gonna happen.
My bad. I'm sorry.
This is fake news.
I prepared a
Go watch Modern Commentator instead.
Right. I'm sorry that I prepared that question. I was being a little smug. I thought I was a little smug guy. You know, it's all right.
Thinking to sneak one past me.
All right. Why is Trump avoiding the release of the Epstein files?
Trump is not avoiding the release of the Epstein files. The avoidance in the release of the Epstein files are mainly due to the former Attorney General Pam Bondi and her release of the Epstein files.
But why is Trump avoiding the Epstein files release?
He wants the Epstein files to release. Why else would he sign the Epstein Files Transparency Act that was passed through Congress last year?
Okay, what did the act contain?
The act, pretty sure it was the act that. Okay.
You're checking your sources now. That's interesting. Huh.
Yeah. I want the truth, unlike you.
I do want the truth as well. I want the truth as well. We're all confused here, okay? It's a very inflammatory environment, and phrasing and all these other inflammatory things can all...
Bipartisan federal law signed in November 19, 2025, requiring DOJ release in searchable format all unclassified documents, images, and videos related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Alright, that makes sense. So, I mean, but for the longest time, there are many clips of Trump avoiding and saying, and being very avoidant about these Epstein files. He's always like, I don't know, I mean, why are we still talking about the Epstein files? They're not really all that important. There's many clips of him doing that, you know? So I just feel like he's a little more avoidant than he probably should be. It's just a little suspicious, don't you think?
It might look suspicious, but truly, in Trump's heart, we need these evil, corrupt people off of our streets and in prison. People such as Bill Clinton.
Has Pam Bondi's firing affected the Dow?
Pam Bondi's firing has negatively impacted the Dow in all senses of the words. The Dow was over 50,000. It was so high. The Dow was mentioned in the State of the Union address just this year. Go check out my video on it. And yeah, The Pam Body's firing has affected the Dow.
So would you go so far as to say that the Trump administration made a mistake in her firing?
I personally would. Well, Pam Bondi was not exactly fired, but simply moved to a more private sector.
That's called
the Trump
firing.
administration.
That is called firing.
That is called reappointment.
Firing. They fired her. They didn't
Reappointing her.
They
to
did
a
not
private
offer her
sector.
another. I don't think they hardly offered her another job. Trump said that he probably would have, but I don't think they actually did offer her another job. Really, maybe they did, but I don't know where. Look, that's not the important part. The important part is now on to the next question.
Okay.
Do you prefer Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
This question does not negatively affect politics, so I will simply answer this and move on. I will not say why. Coca-Cola.
It's red and Pepsi is blue. I get it. I get you.
Again, accusing me of things I never said.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm not even. I'm just asking questions. Okay, I'm just asking questions.
This is fake news, and this is journalist malpractice. Next question, please.
You want to see journalist malpractice? All right. Oh, never mind. I'm messing.
Getting rather aggressive, are we?
No. I said I'm messing. It's
Go
all
back
right.
to CNN.
I am on. But this is CNN.
Oh yeah. Darn it. You have me beat there.
Do you think Donald Trump is currently fit to be president of the United States of America?
Donald J. Trump is fully fit to be president of the United States of America for all reasons.
Even with the loads and loads of evidence that he has frontotemporal dementia?
He doesn't. He is fully competent. He is more competent than
Are you
President
sure?
President Biden Jr.
Are you entirely sure of this?
I'm 100% positive that President Donald J. Trump is fully competent, filled with the top of competence, and is leading our government to safety and security.
I feel like this is contrary to the evidence that says,
The evidence on what? CNN, MSDNC?
no, the evidence told by doctors around the country that tell us that he probably does have it, and he's probably had it and shown signs of it since about 2016-ish, and they've been developing and worsening since then.
Well, if there is evidence, wouldn't they be trying to hide it at all? Wouldn't they?
They are hiding it. That's why we don't know anything about it.
If they were hiding it, we wouldn't know about them hiding it. Therefore, that you saying that they are hiding it is proof of it being a radical leftist liberal lie.
Okay, would you say that Stephen Miller is overly involved in the running of the United States of America?
Stephen Miller is running a great agency that is defending the streets of the United States of America. And if you do not agree that defending the streets of the United States of America is a good thing, then you are a communist.
Now, I was going to ask you a question about this one organization. I thought they were about charity or something, but they're not actually charity. I don't remember. I forgot what they were called though. I was going to ask you a question about them, but it's that one organization. Ah, shoot.
Frozen water?
No.
No. Okay.
No. It was a different one. They're also bad. They're like, shoot. Some people call them Nazi adjacent. In America. But they were part of the.
No.
They're part of the MAGA supporting thing, and some people said that. Maybe some woke lefties. I'm not sure.
He is accusing any organization or a certain organization, being very broad in his questioning here.
Hold
We
on.
should focus on his aggressive manner, his non-understanding of what he wants to do, and accusing prior to.
Okay. Ignore the question.
The interview.
Let's just forget the question that I brought up in this stupid interview. All right. Why do diet drinks taste like battery acid, and did you do that?
I can neither confirm nor deny if I have done anything involving diet drinks and their production. The great administration has a great American, smart, fully functioning head of the Health and Human Services. You might have heard of him, RFK Jr., who is leading our nation to health, safety, and security.
Do you think that RFK Jr. is fit to be Secretary of the Health and Human Services? And do you think that he has good views on autism?
RFK Jr. has full competency and is a great head to be head of Health and Human Services. His views on autism are his own, and my views on his views are unimportant to the real important state of our union.
why did Trump choose him to be Secretary of Health and Human Services if he's not even a doctor? Every other Secretary of Health and Human Services before him has been a doctor. Do you think it's part of an appeal to not want, appealing to skepticism and just not getting someone from Big Pharma? Is that what it is?
Look, Big Pharma has negatively impacted our society, and Trump's pick of not getting somebody inside of Big Pharma is key to the health and human services of our citizens of our nation.
What is your outlook for America? What do you see in its future?
Greatness, prosperity, and the outlook of the American way.
That's a stupid answer.
Security, prosperity, the outlook on the American way, getting all criminals off of our streets and back into mental asylums of foreign countries.
Do you think our means are going to get to those ends, though?
Of course they will.
How do you have such confidence in this?
Because the great administration of the 47th President of the United States is key to our security.
I feel like you're pontificating a little bit here. You're like appealing to dogma in a way that's annoying.
Again, wild accusations.
I'm not making I'm just saying you're appealing to dogma a little bit here. You're just stating these things as if they're clear, hard facts.
You're asking questions about my predictions for the future.
Oh, you're right.
About
Sorry.
future somethings that have
Sorry.
not happened anymore.
I
These
should've-
are hypotheticals here.
You're right.
Asking hypotheticals, and accusing me of radical statements.
I'm not accusing you
That's
of anything.
crazy.
I'm just saying that you're appealing to dogma a little bit, don't you? Don't you think that you are a little bit appealing to dogma?
Ask the question again.
Nah, I'm not gonna ask the question.
Okay.
I don't feel like it. It's not really worth it. I don't know if I have anything else. Oh.
Hello, sir. I have I will have a few questions, and of course you will too.
All right. Righto.
So, first off, what are your thoughts on the organization known as AIPAC, which funds politicians through Israel?
Well, I mean, whatever. If there's any corruption going on there, I think that any corruption that happens within the United States of America or any of its relations, I think we should try to cut down on those because corruption is wrong, obviously. So if there is any corruption on any side, left or right, I think we need to cut those down.
We are agreeing rather much. This is a good start.
I feel like even if there was such as maybe with the Heritage Foundation, if there was any corruption there, maybe we would want it to stop, right?
Whoa, you are making wild accusations toward the Heritage Foundation and all of everything possible. Radical leftists always want to go off on Project 2025 this, Heritage Foundation that.
Just asking a question about the Heritage Foundation.
The Heritage Foundation.
You talking about AIPAC, so of course I'm going to talk about the Heritage Foundation. It's two
not
sides of the same coin.
It's not.
It's not the exact same. Oh, right.
The Heritage Foundation gets no money from or to Israel.
Mm.
That Americans know of.
Yeah. You think Benjamin Netanyahu, we should be sending all that money to him?
We should be full-heartedly in the defense of American interests, not interests of foreign nations. So currently, we are working with Netanyahu on strategic bombing campaigns of Iran. So currently, yes.
Should we be bombing Iran?
We should, in fact, be bombing Iran. It is a great idea. Presidents since Clinton, every single president since Clinton wanted to do something in the realm of Iran, for they knew that Iran was a negative impact on the nations of America and its interests.
Doesn't that start sort of a war?
Yeah.
But
note that I mentioned that since Clinton.
Didn't the Trump administration say multiple times that they wanted to keep peace?
Yes, peace through strength, but
peace through war?
Also, American interests. If American interests are under attack, Americans are under attack. And the feelings and vibes of defense of American peoples is what is key to the success of peace around the world.
Speaking of the Heritage Foundation, no, never mind. You already answered that. Never mind. That's all right.
Yep.
Have you got anything for me?
What is your personal thoughts on an individual known as Nicolas Maduro?
I think that Trump should have probably like contacted Congress before getting to it's Maduro, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he probably should have contacted Congress before capturing a president of a nation. So I just it just didn't feel like that was completely correct. The method, the approach. I feel like if the capture was a little, they could have gone through more levels and more, layers of bureaucracy before going out there and just, you know.
But if Trump went through Congress, that is a matter of national security, and the Cuban exiles hired by Nicolas Maduro for his protection could have somehow gotten their hands on communications from Trump through members of Congress and known when and how, when, and where this was going to take place.
He could have contacted them and just said the words.
But in a current era of 2025 where spies, 2026, where spies, of course, exist, that is rather a big issue.
So because spies exist, we can't communicate with Congress.
Because spies exist, we should keep our actions secretive and secure through our plans.
So it's okay to just kidnap whoever we want, so long as it's a secret. So long as we say it's a secret plan.
Was Nicolas Maduro a dictator who negatively impacted his nation? Yes or no?
I guess he did negatively. I think he did do some negative things. Yes, I would say that.
Do you think Nicolas Maduro is a great person who has committed no crimes?
I think that there's evidence that he committed some crimes. I don't exactly remember the full list of crimes, but I do know that he committed some.
I'm glad we are in agreement, because all criminals should be brought to justice.
Well, since he is a criminal being brought to justice, and it's an international level of justice, don't you think that we should be notifying somebody?
The world is notified by now, pretty sure.
No, but don't you think that we should notify? No, before we went out and captured, don't you think Donald Trump should have at least told Congress something was going on?
The War Powers Act passed in the late 60s is very broad.
Okay. I guess. What do you think about expedited removal? You think it should? I mean, once it's here, we can't really remove it. We can't remove expedited removal as a thing that we've enacted. But what do you think of it?
There are very unique things in which having an opinion and such possible things that could or could not happen. It's very unique. I'm not trying to get. I'm not trying to get away from this question, of course, but yeah.
Expedited removal, man. What about expedited removal? What do you think of it?
See, removal. Yeah. Patriotism in the United States is a key factor of patriotism worldwide.
Do you think
avoiding this question?
Do you think that ICE ever overreaches?
ICE does the organization known as Immigration's Customs Enforcement does not overreach at all. They protect Americans on streets via deporting criminal illegal immigrants.
What do you think about police's overreach, or the police officers overreaching as well? Their power. Do you think that they should? Do you think that they should be punished when they do something wrong?
Police should be punished when they're doing something wrong if found guilty in a court of law.
Okay. What if they're not found guilty in a court of law? What if they did do it anyway and they were found guilty?
Innocent in a court of law, they should not be punished.
But are they morally innocent still? If they're found innocent in a court of law,
should they be punished for something that the court said they didn't do? I don't know. Where's the Constitution?
I guess not. I'm splitting hairs here. Hairs.
Oh no, the radical leftists think Trump wants to remove the Constitution.
I didn't say that. You're projecting.
I am saying most liberals.
Most liberals. Okay, that's kind of like a weasel statement, don't you think? You're just saying most. You're not. Yeah. Because then I can't rebut that. I can't rebut when you say most liberals are saying something.
The wide majority, at least I don't know, 65%. But the statement that you have just made about justice and courts, of course, and punishments, of course, is slightly unconstitutional itself. Is it not?
What constitutes an illegal?
Whether they have the correct certification or are a citizen of the United States or country they reside in.
Don't you think that it's kind of hard to become an American citizen? Do you think that we should ease up on some of the things where it takes like so long to become an American citizen? Do you think that could take a little bit less time, like slightly?
These systems have been in place for a very long time now, and immigrants such as Einstein came to the United States with their intelligence and legally came and sought out asylum in the United States and bettered our nation.
Unrelated, but Einstein was a socialist.
I feel like he is attempting to make me more aggressive, and if he is, it is working. Socialism is negatively impacting our nation, and through communist Muslim mayor Zoran Kwame Mamdani, New York is worse than ever.
Is that his actual full name? You know his full name? I feel like that kind of feels like
we need to stop communism.
Okay,
We need to know
where
the
is
names of
communism?
every single communist.
Oh,
in
there are
America.
some communist states. My bad. Okay. Also, our camera just moved down a little bit. We're gonna undo that. Perfect.
Perfect production quality. Anyway,
Okay.
back on topic.
All right. So, Mr. Sir, what do you think of Benny Johnson's plagiarism?
Benny Johnson does not have correct plagiarism that badly. He is simply putting his own. He is putting in certain statements in certain videos and putting his own voice and his own opinion in those videos and statements.
I feel like he's using his voice to silence other people, though.
He is. Who's being silenced here? Nobody. Our First Amendment was under attack during the
Right,
presidency
I
of
guess
Joseph
so.
Robinette Biden Jr.
I guess
But now
I'm kind of reaching here.
President.
All right.
He allows comment sections. You filmed a reaction to Benny Johnson, did you not?
I did.
Were you silenced?
I guess I wasn't. I guess that is true. That is true. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on from that question. I did not win that one, obviously. Shoot. Hold on. I'm trying to find another question about Benny Johnson. My bad.
Of course you.
I'm just trying to make. I'm just asking questions.
You lost one question on Benny Johnson, and you want to find another one to lose on. Okay.
Okay.
More victories for me.
More victories for you, buddy. All right. He has done a lot of plagiarism. Are you sure about your points on his little things of plagiarism? Because he didn't
He
do
has
just little
added
things.
commentary.
But it's poor commentary. Like this is not high production value commentary. That's all I'm saying. You know?
I feel like the Mason and Colin Gaming channel would like to disagree with your statements here.
The Mason Colin Gaming channel does not support Benny Johnson.
But does the Mason and Colin Gaming channel support adding in small amounts of commentary? No, your Chicago video and commenting on plagiarism after the Chicago video is not entirely the best thing to do here.
What did we plagiarize? Are you saying we plagiarized something?
I am saying that copyright was a small thing.
Oh, copyright is not plagiarism, dude. We made transformative content. That's different. That's a totally different legal
YouTube
matter.
says otherwise.
That's called transformative content, Jerry.
YouTube says otherwise.
I mean, Mr. Sir, listen. All right, Mr. Sir, you got to understand. There's a difference between plagiarism and a copyright claim. Copyright claim does not mean plagiarism. If it did, then then they would not show the video whatsoever. So it's not plagiarism because there isn't the crime of plagiarism being committed. Jerry.
Give me 5 seconds.
No, I will not give you 5 seconds.
I have to
More questions.
Oh, more questions. Okay. Give me a minute. Do you support LBJ's actions in foreign affairs? Besides Vietnam, of course. Because
I
we've
don't
already
really
covered that.
support many of LBJ's actions in many affairs. I mean, obviously, I didn't really support that whole thing with his jumbo. I didn't support that. I don't support those things. But I think the Great Society could have been something if he didn't F up the Vietnam War.
You're right.
So wait, are you saying that someone on the left could have done something good?
I am saying that there are many possibilities of people on both sides doing something good because I support equality among both sides. You clearly might not.
I think
Okay,
that
name one good Republican within the past 5 years.
within the past 5 years. Okay.
5 years.
All right, I'm going to talk about things I've seen improve in Republicans. I'm not talking about the ones that I like. I'm not talking about the ones I don't, because I'm struggling to find ones that I do like right now.
Wow.
I'm struggling to find Republicans that I like right now.
Okay, name one left-wing individual that you have liked within the past 5 years.
I have liked Zora Mamdani. Oh wait, no, Curtis Sliwa. That's one. That's a Republican that I like. I like Curtis Sliwa.
Okay, fair. But since he did run in New York, he was of course rather left-wing, of course. So.
But he's still a right-wing person.
True.
He's still a guy. He has the R right next to his name. You're moving the goalpost.
Classifying as a Republican and being rather liberal in your policies is rather
How
strange.
is he liberal? Okay, I guess he does have a few liberal policies. No, don't look at it. It's fine. I get it. I get the picture. He's a little bit liberal in his policies. But that doesn't make him illegitimate as a Republican. And I guess that's not what you were saying either, but I'm just saying he's not illegitimate.
Okay. What do you or do you not consider Franklin Delano Roosevelt to be similar to Joseph Robinette Biden Jr.?
Well, I mean, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. was never in a wheelchair.
Correct.
So, what I think that in terms of mental acuity, I think Franklin Delano Roosevelt was had a little bit better acuity. But I think that Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. wasn't really all there for his whole presidency. He was definitely more there, I think, in the first year. But I don't think he should have really been president for all 4 years.
Yes, but the Constitution says, once he wins the office of the presidency in the United States, there's not that much that people did to try to stop that. Other than fake news, radical leftist hoax, J6 2021.
But really, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what I would have preferred. Donald Trump or that. I just don't know. I think Donald Trump didn't have as developed of frontal temporal dementia back then, but I don't know. I don't know who I would have preferred. It's a hard choice. It's like picking between a douchebag and a turd sandwich.
Okay, so, since we are in a rather area with a ton of coyotes around and wild T-Rexes, of course, because we are, in ancient, in the olden days, of course, we would like to mention that you will hear random noises in the background. So, back to talking about things. So,
Jerry, Mr. Sir, do you have any more questions?
Do you?
I'm kind of losing it. I'm kind of derailing in my head right now, so.
Well,
I'm sure you've got something else.
Let's find some more questions that we could possibly ask this great American patriot.
This is what the internet was made for. Looking up what questions to ask each other. All right. With the advent of the internet now, we can do things and we can make a whole unedited. This is unedited, by the way.
This is clearly unedited, bro.
There is not going to be a single edit made in this thing because we need you American patriots to see this whole thing.
Oh yeah. What are your personal thoughts on the radical leftist known as Gavin Newsom?
I don't really like him. I'm gonna say it. I don't really like him. I am not a big fan. I just don't. You see those fires in California. It's not. He's not doing too hot. I think a lot of his. I've seen a couple things of his policy, and I know I'm speaking very generally here, but I just remember not liking them. I remember not liking a lot of his policy, and that's not because. But it's not because of his label of whether or not he's a Democrat. I'm just an American, okay? I'm just your regular, average Joe. Wait, no, I'm not. Well, I'm not
Joe.
I'm not Joe.
Are you or are you not competent?
I'm competent as far as I know.
You are not the average Joe that you state that you are.
I'm not the average Joe. I'm not the average Joe Robinette Biden Jr., I suppose.
True.
Anyway, anyhow,
who do you think should win the midterms? And who do you think should be the Speaker of the House in 2026?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if we should keep Mike Johnson. I'm going to be completely honest with you. If he were younger, I would love Jeb Bush to be anywhere in any office. I would love to see Jeb Bush to do anything. But he's 72 years old, so he's not really an option anymore. I'm going to say I want... Oh, shoot. Who I'm trying to think of because there's not many politicians that I know of anymore. So as long as if a new, I just want to see a new face. I just want to see a new face. That's what I'm saying. And as long as they've got some solid policies and a good frame of mind and good logic to them, I think that they'll be probably all right.
What I want to see is true American patriot Mike Johnson continue on his seat as Speaker of the House. And a new member of the House that I want to see is one of the greatest faces of many people's lifetimes.
Matthew Patrick.
No. Dan Quayle. Matthew Patrick is of course going to be the 2032 presidential candidate. Of course.
Do you think that Matthew Patrick should run for president eventually? What if he runs for Democrat? Would you vote for him?
No, because he is too radical in his policies of, thinking, and his past statements are, how do I say this? Like an average moderate in the New York primary, if you, of course, are noting what I'm getting at here.
Do you think that New York should ever elect Andrew Cuomo ever again?
New York should decide for their own if they want to elect Andrew Cuomo or Curtis Lewa, which they should elect Curtis Lewa. We agree.
I do agree. I mean, you know what? Depending on what Zoran Mamdani does, I think I want him to stay for a little while.
Zoran Mamdani is, of course, going to add communism to or attempt to add communism to the city of New York.
But what if he had stability and economic rest?
He is not going to, sir.
But we don't know that. We haven't seen it yet.
Wow. Somebody who asked me about a hypothetical last episode is asking me about a hypothetical this episode. Oh, wow.
But you said it's not going to happen, but we don't know that for certain. But what is certain is that Donald Trump has frontotemporal dementia.
That is not for certain. It has not been.
Well, it's evidenced. At the very least, it's highly evidenced.
There is some radical leftist evidence behind that.
It's not radical leftist evidence. You can't just label all these evidence, constantly label it. You know how just like how some other people would label things, Jew, Jew, Jew. You know, you can't just constantly label things. You know, you can't just
Who would ever do that?
You can't just constantly. You know, always. You know, you can't everything that you like. You can't just say it's false. It's just because it doesn't support your data. That's an important thing.
Okay. If you're saying that you can't deny, things that have clearly happened.
Where's my phone?
I have a few questions I would like to ask you.
Okay.
What president supported Japanese internment camps?
I'm not familiar with this.
I'll give you a hint. His name was Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Okay.
He was a Democratic president of the United States,
Right.
serving during World War II, and accusing people of being Japanese spies immediately after Pearl Harbor, of course.
I think this is terrible.
Sending people off to camps of which were in heated areas with barely anything around, not very positive for the Japanese Americans.
I just don't think that he should have sent all those Japanese Americans over there. I mean, I obviously wouldn't compare it to what was happening to like the Jews.
Yeah.
No, you don't compare it to that. But it was still pretty bad. You know,
Yeah.
I just think that he shouldn't have focused on that. He should have, he shouldn't have been putting such concentration into those camps. Anyway,
yeah.
I just don't think I'm not trying to make any comparisons here or any parallels. That would be, I mean, obviously what happened in Nazi Germany was awful and incomparable to any other things happening around that time, in any other country really, because it was sui generis. It was one of a kind, kind of awful, a one of a kind awful. Anyway, yeah, the Holocaust was a terrible time for Germany.
Yeah. For everybody, really.
I was for everyone in my generation or the past generation. I wasn't born in this generation.
That is a reference to a famous Dan Quayle quote. Dan Quayle, a Republican, of course.
Yes, that is true. Now, what else? What is your view on abortion?
You see, abortion is a radical law which supports murder and genocide of children.
But what about the children that it could save, like the minors that are not to get too. I mean, minors who were violated sexually and are now pregnant.
I'm gonna follow President Donald J. Trump's position on this and said there are three exceptions: rape, incest, or life of the mother.
Okay, but sometimes it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, I feel like if we loosen, just like loosening oil sanctions, if we loosen the restraints on such laws, I feel like we could have more liberty in the United States, more freedoms to choose, have a choice in the matter for the woman. I feel like a lot of men are being involved in these legal decisions on abortion, but yet, why is it a guy's choice? An old man in Congress is choosing whether or not, a 16-year-old can get an abortion. It's weird.
So, I agree on this. We should have more youthful faces in Congress, of course.
Oh!
Darn it. We should stop having old people in Congress, such as Bernie Sanders and End of List.
You choose the one old socialist of which you know. I'm not trying to pontificate about. I'm not trying to make dogmatic points going too far pro-choice here.
Accusing
All
people
I'm
of
just
dogma, huh? That's weird.
I'm accusing myself of dogma here. I'm just saying. Okay, I get it. Dogma, appeal to big rules that are solid and solidified, and you cannot go against them. I get that, man. I get that. All I'm saying on this matter is that there could be instances where abortion rights could be given. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it wouldn't end the world.
Right, exceptions that Donald J. Trump supports.
I think there could be more exceptions.
There could be, but
And I think it wouldn't end the world if there were. I don't think it would be too awful. I know that's an opinion that when I vocalize it, I know that that's not an opinion that everyone within a room would agree with, right? I know that that's not a thing on which people may agree, but I just feel like when it comes to women's rights, it's important. It's part of an important part of those. I don't know. I'm just a dude.
yeah, you're just a dude. So we should not comment on women's their own rights and trying to disenfranchise them, but we should focus entirely on limiting the deaths of children.
We should focus on limiting men's rights. I'm not saying that was a joke. That was a joke.
He does not want his own rights.
Take all my rights away. No. I'm not saying that was a joke. It's called a joke. It's called a joke. Okay? It's Colin Jost. It's called a joke. Okay?
Colin Jost is a very racist person who has racist clips on SNL. Prove me wrong.
He plays a character called Pete Hegseth.
Darn it! This drill, Pete Hegseth.
Secretary of War. He changed his title to Secretary of War, dude. Pete Hegseth changed the Secretary of Defense to be called the Secretary of War. Kind of unofficially, but it doesn't matter. He called it the Secretary of War.
Re-changed it, of course. Not changed it.
It's still a little absurd, don't you think? To call yourself the Secretary of War and then say you want peace? Don't you think? I'm sure that it was called the Secretary of War at some point, Jerry. Mr. Sir. Okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Thank you for admitting this.
I wasn't gonna say that you were lying about it because I know it's true. But it doesn't make it any better that he's calling himself that. The Secretary of War? Come on. This is military
operation. What are we
operation.
defending ourselves from?
What? It's
What?
called defense because we're defending ourselves. No. Also, beyond that, defense does not have to be
From what?
solely war. It's not solely war. It's not only war.
Defense from what? Answer the question. What?
Maybe defense from bad trading.
You're right. Bad trading, like the drug cartels trading, and Pete Hegseth is immediately stopping that via
War.
striking
I'm messing.
cartel boats off of the Florida coast.
Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. War. Never mind. Yeah, I was actually right. Anyway, I guess I was right. I'm not. You know what? No, I think this video has gone on long enough. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and then yeah.
Like and subscribe. All comments made by both these people, well, most comments made by both these people, especially me, are not entirely our own beliefs and not entirely not our own beliefs.
We were kind of playing characters, except I wasn't really playing a character. It's kind of confusing. This is this is a good video.
Go subscribe to both of our channels. Possible next episode out tomorrow, maybe.
And so starts the programming from the 1984 programming. You like this video. You like this video. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so yeah, goodbye. The facade is over. The jig is up.
The facade is over. Until next video.
Okay, we found out we found out one more hot button question. Again, I'm the woke student. This is the conservative. Okay, I'm the woke college student. This is obviously the conservative ideologue. Okay, all right.
Okay.
What is a woman? Oh no, you should ask me that because I'm the woke student.
Yeah. Define what a woman is.
Okay, well, look here, buddy. All right. A woman is a. Oh,
Again.
Shoot. I don't want
Not knowing.
I know. It's just that it doesn't. There's a biological answer and there's an identity answer, don't you think? There's two different answers to that question, don't you?
Every single
Just because there's nuance to the question does not mean I'm hopping around it. There's two different answers to that question.
Every single time anyone from GP USA asks us that question, somehow not a single
I'm not
liberal
losing,
can
but
answer.
I'm not losing. And
Not
here's
a
why.
single-
There's nuance to every question. There's nuance.
Then define both.
All right. In the identity sense, a woman is just whatever any person who calls himself a woman can be, I guess, kind of called a woman in a sense. Okay. But in the biological sense, obviously, right? A woman is a person with female parts. All right.
So there's the right sense and there's the wrong sense.
That's
What
not
sense
the,
do you want to be?
Both senses are accurate. They're just defining two different things. It's like how a noun has two different definitions sometimes. It's okay. It's just how the dictionary works. It's just how the dictionary works.
Two different answers
To the same question.
Jinx.
What the? Okay. What? Okay, that doesn't mean anything. Jinx is a child's thing. Okay.
You're right.
I'm speaking in adult terms here. All right. I'm speaking in taxonomy here. All right. There's two classifications, obviously, for this answer. And just because there's a nuance to the answer does not mean I can't answer. It just means that there's a nuance way. And the question in and of itself is a trap. You're trapping me into pontificating
Here's a
about
total trap.
taxonomy. What's trap?
Define what a man is.
Same thing as the woman. It's either
Really? Wow, guys.
No. Same taxonomical. There's the same taxonomical issue.
Have won this debate.
No.
Congratulations. Have a great day, you all.
I'm talking about taxonomical classifications here. Okay, for this one, there's a two taxonomic. Same thing with women. There's the identity taxonomic classification, and there's the non-identity one, the biological one. All right, those are the two classifications for this. It's a system of classifications. Obviously, it's like kingdom, phylum, class, order, genus, family, species, right? You know.
So someone can be a man, woman, and a woman, man. Wow, shocking.
But that again, that's just the identity part of it, not the biological part of it.
The radical left wants to control America and women.
It's not having to do anything with control. It's about one person's identity.
Entirely about control.
It's about one person's identity. It has nothing to do with anything else. I mean, Jerry, what if you said you wanted it to become? Say that you want to become.
But I won't say that. But I wouldn't though.
I don't know.
Again,
What would be
more hypotheticals.
what
More
would-
hypotheticals. What is that?
I'm not-
This video.
Okay, I'm not saying hypotheticals
Second
are important.
hypothetical.
Hypotheticals are important for rhetorical movements. Okay, I wasn't insulting you for making hypotheticals. I was just, again, sometimes the approach and everything can be a little bit off, right? Am I right?
No, you're left leaning. Clearly. You're a radical leftist.
Am I correct?
No.
Okay, so like, here's the big kicker. Nuance only really matters if it appeals to him. If it appeals to you, okay. And this sounds unfounded because I'm just saying it. A fact is a fact.
A fact is a fact.
Okay, where are you going with this?
Turn your way around a fact. A man is a man, and woman is a woman.
Okay. Alright, that is biologically true. Sometimes in identity, though, a man can identify as a woman. That is the taxonomical...
That can happen, yes.
And it doesn't mean that they're biologically women. It just means that they now identify as a woman and they want to be treated as such. Big deal. And it doesn't happen very often, so I don't know why we don't just respect it, because it's not really... Or why some don't respect it. And some do, some don't. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. It matters a lot.
It
No,
doesn't matter.
I made a misstatement. I made a misstatement. I made a
Quote
mistake.
Mason Schaefer.
I don't stand by.
It doesn't matter.
I would like to retract one misstatement that I made. Okay, and that's
Why?
the fact that it
For the
does
whole
matter.
video.
It does matter for the United States of America that identity rights are the social justice is
Mason Schaefer
preserved.
does not care about identity rights.
I do care about identity rights. I care.
He's doing this just for the camera. His own opinions are hidden beneath his radical leftist exterior.
Okay, and what do you do, Mr. Conservative, Mr. Sir?
I believe the facts, the truth, in the American way. Facts, justice, the American way.
Just leave hodgepodge. That's what you believe.
I believe facts, justice, in the American way. Just like great American patriot,
Again, you keep-
Superman, Clark Kent.
I mean, you keep on making the same points and repeating yourself. I think we're both repeating ourselves here pretty often, but that's okay. All right, this is a pen.
Accusing me of something we're both doing. Shocking. Really.
Anyway.
On freedom of the press, read it.
All right. Enough pontificating from us both. No matter who you are or what you identify as, it's okay. You know, even if the biological reality may be different, does not change the validity of your identity. Just know that. He might think different. Does it change yet? Do you think that way? Do you think the validity of your identity changes based on biological reality?
Me, myself, or me?
You know, just answer it both ways. Why not?
Okay. Conservative actor. No. Me. Yes. Wait. What? What was the question?
Do you think that...
Sorry. I'm forgetting here.
Do you think that the reality of your identity should impact the reality of your biology? If they're different. If they're different.
Me, personally, no. Me, the conservative actor, yes.
Sure. Anyhow,
Okay.
I'm just because that was a confusing question to answer as both. Anyway, so
Yeah.
it's fine. No more derailing. We hope again that you enjoyed this. We appended this at the end of the other video, and without and smash that like button, smash it right to bits until it's blown up. Boom shakalaka.
Have a great day. Be safe. Be happy, and let history keep ringing on for many years to come. Peace.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, do you, never mind. We're done. This interview's over.
Okay.
We may have our disagreements, but that was a great interview.
That was an amazing interview, sir.
Hello, welcome to Mason and, this is Mason and Colin Gaming. We have Colin right here. Hold on, I'm gonna turn him up. Alright, hold on, we're gonna put him up. We're gonna put him up to the microphone. Can you just say hi?
Hi.
Alright, that's great. Okay, I'm not sure how well you're gonna be able to hear him, but he's on the phone.
I am here, yes.
So today we're gonna this is a bit of a the video's a little bit compromised because this isn't the normal formatting, but it's okay. We digress. Anyhow,
We have the special guest.
yes, this is Jerry. He's not usually in these videos. So shoot. Let's look. Okay, so Jerry.
Yeah.
What did you think? What have you thought of the music analyses thus far?
I have thought that the music analysis videos have, thus forward, encouraged me, myself, and I, and many others to expand their musical tastes, even if some of the songs may not have been the best.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, what artists have you found out about from us?
Many.
Could you name some bands?
Yeah, sure thing. Just give me 1 second.
He's using his sources.
I'm using my great sources, better known as my phone.
He's using.
Anyway, go check out my channel.
Oh yeah, he's
Modern Commentator.
That is true. Go check out the Modern Commentator.
I have. Yeah. Stuff. So, I have. Good words. Yeah, I've practically learned a lot. I am simply.
It
not
seems okay. So he pulled up
ranting.
something. He's pulled up something. It seems he's learned about cake.
Yeah, true.
He actually on the way there he played a remix of "Friend" is a 4-letter word, as you may know, Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like in the remix, it was the one I sent you on Snapchat earlier.
Yeah, okay. I kind of wondered what that was, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shoot. Oh shoot. What bands, Jerry?
Lots of bands that are bands. True.
That's not an answer, Jerry.
I don't need to answer this because it is totally helpful and
The video, I
accurate.
think.
Oh yeah.
The point of the video is not to inform me of bands, but of songs.
Oh sure. Okay, then name us some songs.
Friend is
Yeah.
a 4-letter word. American Idiot. Killing in the Name, of course. And The Light That Never Goes Out.
Oh yeah, he played "There Is a Light That Never Goes Out" in the car, on our way to Walmart. We made a trip to Walmart. We met a dog.
Oh, nice.
It was
And prior to meeting the dog, we have announced that we are filming videos.
yes. Oh yeah,
You seen that?
Jerry and I are posting debate videos
Tonight.
Tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
Mainly on his channel.
I don't.
But glabbing, yeah.
Yes. So, anyhow, have you got any other clues? Any other clues?
Clues?
Scooby Doo, what will we ever do?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Coming
Coming after you?
after you.
Anyway,
That is
so
the
Colin,
lyrics.
what else do you think we should talk about today?
Politics.
Gary, what's your favorite, game that we play? Is it Lego Batman?
I would say by far currently it is either GoldenEye or Lego Batman.
You like the GoldenEye videos a lot?
I like the commentary surrounding them. Also the gameplay, somehow.
I
that's good.
we'll
We
start.
can play more if you want.
Yeah, we'll definitely
Yeah.
play some more GoldenEye for you, Jerry.
Not for me,
it's
but for your
it's a
viewers in
standard
general.
report, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Colin, you know how when we post videos that are like mainly political, like those do the best. I feel like we should talk about something political today, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like the firing of Pam Bondi, maybe. I don't know.
Jerry, what are your thoughts on Mr. Benny Johnson, Jerry?
Benny Johnson is an American hero who is definitely talked about during the debate that will be posted tonight.
Oh yeah, we talk about Benny Johnson a lot. It's actually very funny.
Oh, okay. So I guess we don't need to talk about that.
no.
We should though.
I mean, you kill because Colin's here now. We could talk more about Benny Johnson. I feel like he makes a lot of he talks about his views a lot.
Yeah.
He talks.
Okay, hold on. You guys have talked about Benny Johnson, but what about Benny's Johnson?
Colin.
We got-
That's funny, Colin. That's funny. Colin, Jerry's mom is in the room.
No fake news.
You're okay. It's fine. We'll live.
We'll live. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the firing of Miss Bondi?
it's a good thing.
And does her firing affect the Dow? In your opinion. Exactly.
Didn't she always use the Dow to deflect the Epstein files?
Confirmed. My brother in Christ is practically confirmed.
Okay, why? Okay, Colin, we're struggling to keep the camera up.
I couldn't really do anything about
Well,
it's your fault.
yeah,
What do you think of that? What is your political view on it being your fault, on everything being your
That
fault?
is untrue and not fact checked at all.
Did you orchestrate 9/11?
I don't think so.
Joe.
I don't remember Colin being alive in 2001.
No, he said he didn't think so, not no. So,
But he was born in 2000. Think, Jerry. He was born 8 years after 9/11.
do we have any proof of this?
His birth certificate.
Again, just like Obama's birth certificate, it's faked.
You mean Barack Hussein Obama?
Oh yeah, Barack Hussein Obama.
Trump
that
is
way.
still. By the way, Trump still refers to him as Barack Hussein Obama like every single time. Isn't that kind of like weird?
It's normal
Completely normal, obviously.
Yeah, very normal.
because everything in the year 2026 has been normal.
This has been a very strange year. It's actually felt like so. This year has felt so surreal. Like it's barely even real for me, honestly. Oh my god, you're like bright. I hope you know you're like the light of God, Colin.
I know it's my computer screen. It's bright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think we could probably wrap it up there? Do you think we should wrap it up there? Maybe.
What are we wrapping?
Paper. All right. Does that sound like rapping noises, Colin?
Yeah.
All right. That's a wrap. All right. Do you think you want to say goodbye?
Ooh. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Colin.
Bye, Colin.